News, it's over between Roberto De Zerbi and Olympique Marseille. Decision made tonight. The Italian manager is not gonna continue at Olympique Marseille.
Roberto De Zerbi, one of the most hyped and young managers in world football, has left Olympique Marseille. So I will be taking over as the Marseille coach. Now, he was a really good coach. He definitely changed the football culture at Marseille, but eventually things just didn't work out with him and the board. But don't worry, they will with me. Yo guys, welcome to the Marseille FM career save. Now this is going to be a really fun save because we know Marseille have been a great team in the past. They have a star on their logo. Not surprised because they have won a Champions League before, but hopefully we can bring this club to some serious glory because this team has a lot of talent. As you can see, Mason Greenwood, Ethan Nwaneri, Højbjerg is a pretty decent player, Aubameyang, a great experienced talent. And then I'm just going to look for players right off the bat that we can sign on loan because loan players could really help out our season. We don't have a lot of money. We only have about 20 million, which is nothing basically. So I found some youngsters on loan that we could sign because we already have Ethan Nwaneri on loan and he is a great player in my opinion. And we even have Barcelona players like Tony Fernandez. I got a logo pack and this thing is actually amazing. It makes the game so much more realistic and it just makes it so much more fun. As you can see, we have the Barcelona logo and the Real Madrid logo in the game now. All the La Liga teams and everything. But I'm just working on the tactics here, and the tactics I'm using is 2 wide center backs and a central defender at the back, and also a 5-back. And we found a backup goalkeeper because I think our goalkeeper we have right now, really, he's kind of average. I don't really like him. I think he's an average goalkeeper, but this Japanese goalkeeper could come in really clutch. He's pretty cheap, only 5 million. Not bad at all. Let's go ahead and sign him. Maybe even become our starting keeper. But we'll see how that goes. And here is our loan players coming in. Tony Fernandez, pretty notable player in my opinion. He's a youngster from La Masia, I believe. And then even Martin from Real Sociedad. And there we go. We signed our goalkeeper. He's a very impressive keeper, to be honest. Pretty young, from Japan. Here's a team again. We have a really strong team. Igor Paixão, Mason Greenwood, Aubameyang as well. And then we need to fix our defense. Our defense is pretty weak, so this might be a little controversial, but we're going to sign a Cherby. He's an experienced center back, and we all know how his Champions League performance was last season against Barcelona. He could become really important to this team, even though he's pretty old. I don't see him regressing yet, just because his stats right now are actually pretty good. But he's pretty old, 46, but hey, we'll see how it goes. There's also another player I want to sign, a new keeper, and we can actually get Kepa on loan. I think this would probably be our starting keeper. I know we just signed that Japanese keeper for 5 million, but hey, we also need a fullback, so Matty Cash would be a really good player. I'm trying to see if we can exchange anyone, but it doesn't look like we can. I probably won't sell him, so we'll just get 50% sell-on clause. And there we go, about 13 million. Really good deal. He's a pretty good player, and I think he'd be down to join the club, as well as Kepa. Kepa and Matty Cash, 2 Premier League players that are high quality, and I think they would add a lot of experience to the team. We have a lot of youth in the team as well, so that could go pretty well. And now we have Kepa. I know we just kind of betrayed the Japanese goalkeeper, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. He can be a backup, so he'll be fine, but maybe we shouldn't have spent that 5 million, but it's going to be fine. Really, I'm probably just going to put him in the reserves and try to sell him, but that's going to be it. And we've just signed Matty Cash, 289 games. It's pretty good. Here are some players that my scouting manager has recommended me because we need fullbacks. A left back. We literally gave them everything we had. We have no money left, so I just gave them a player. But it's October right now, and we're doing really good in the league. We have 19 points. I think the tactics are really helping us out right now. The tactics that I'm using are actually insane. We're playing a game against Real Madrid for the Champions League. I don't think we're in a really bad spot in the Champions League. I actually think we're doing pretty well. So we could low-key just play our backup team. against this Real Madrid side because they're actually pretty weak in my opinion right now. Matty Cash, a great player in my opinion, but yeah, I'm just gonna go through and put like random players around here. I don't really see a reason to play our starting 11. We are in a title race, so it might get a little rough if we overplay those players. And we actually won the game. We won 3-1, which is really surprising. I literally just played random players and a 5-back. That is crazy. That shows how good these tactics are, I guess. They call me the GOAT manager for a reason. They don't call me that, I'm joking. But this is really good. A random midfielder we have, and we have our young lone attackers up front, which is not bad at all. We have been winning all our games, which is really impressive. Looks like we have a big game against Brest in the French league. Here's our backup goalie. He's doing pretty well, it looks like. He's happy to stay at the club. He's a kind of a rotational player, but there we go. The Rulli situation is finally over. We're probably going to end up selling him to Frankfurt for about 6 million. They have offered a good bit of money, but Kepa has been amazing this season. He's literally been part of the reason why we're doing so good. 17 conceded in 23 games. That's kind of crazy. I'm surprised Arsenal even sold him to us because he was supposed to be the Arsenal backup, but I guess they were fine using like Tommy Setford or something. But there we go. We sold Rulli to Frankfurt. But yeah, Kepa has been amazing. I'm really happy with that sale. Also, our new left back signing, Moreno, he's been really good as well. He played one game so far, but an average rating of 8, which is not bad in that game. And we have a final against PSG. I'm just going to sim through it because this isn't as important. But we actually ended up winning, which is crazy because I think I'm playing Timber in the midfield. And he just came back from injury. Mason Greenwood with 2 goals and Iker Paixão with a goal himself. And there we go. We just won a trophy. We won the first trophy of the season. We all know how Marseille is doing in real life right now. It's pretty obvious. They're not doing great. But we actually ended up winning a trophy, which is really impressive. It's actually really good for the team. The team played well. The defenders played alright, but Timber playing games right as he came back from injury. That's my fault for playing him. But that's fine. Kepa has gotten injured in a weekend game between Brest and a Champions League game, I think, against Monaco. So that is not good. He got injured in this game right here. That's pretty bad because we have a Champions League game that's really important coming up soon. So we're going to have to play our backup keeper, I guess. And we did end up winning the game against Monaco 3-1. That was the round of 16. And now we have a semi-final against Manchester City, which is very scary because I don't know if we're strong enough to beat the City team. And we ended up getting a draw, which is actually pretty impressive considering we're in a title race with PSG. And we're in like 3 or 4 competitions, which is pretty wild. But we have a game against the second leg against Man City, and it's the 90th minute, and we're down by 3 goals. I think this is where we end up going out of the Champions League. Man City are obviously a really strong team, but the injuries have low-key destroyed us. Our striker was out with an injury, so I had to play a 37-year-old Aubameyang at this point. And we have also got to the final of the French Cup. This is a pretty important trophy. Our striker is back. Guiri is back. Aubameyang was the starter striker at the start of the season, but he ended up slowing down and he got a pretty bad injury, which set him back because he's already old. There was our center back stats, 40 games, not bad. And we ended up winning the French Cup in the final. Højbjerg scored. Our fullback scored, that is on Chelsea from loan, and we ended up winning the game. That's 2 trophies. That's not bad. Wait till I show you guys what happened in the league. We ended up finishing second, which is really disappointing, but we were not that far off from first, and it's honestly really sad that we didn't win the league. We were literally 3 points off from winning the league. If we just won one more game, we could have won the league, but PSG did it. They ended up winning the league because they beat us twice in the league, I believe, which is really unfortunate, but we did win 2 trophies, all the cup titles, which is pretty good. Kepa has honestly been a star player this season. 46 goals with 43 conceded. That's pretty good for a keeper in my opinion. That's not bad at all. And then our backup keeper, the legend of the club, a GOAT of the club. 7 games, 10 goals. That's pretty good. Not bad at all. French Cup win and Trophy de Champs win. Not bad whatsoever. But that's going to be it for the end of the video. Mason Greenwood got 24 goals and he also had the most assists. But if you did enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe because these videos take a long time to make, and also make sure to share it around. And yeah, hopefully we can continue this series. If you guys like it enough, let me know in the comments if you do want me to continue it. We had some pretty good teams.